Friends, now I am discussing with you here about factors affecting the climate. See, these are natural factors because factors on surface of earth which control the distribution and amount of the climate is most affecting factors for generating changes in the seasons. So they are called climatic factors. I repeat the definition. Sometimes student ask where is the definition of climatic factor is given. So carefully listen. There are some factors on surface of earth which control the distribution and amount of elements of climate. These are climatic factors. I repeat, there are some factors on surface of earth which control the distribution and amount of elements of climate. There are known as climatic factors. So, when the question asked to you for 2 marks, explain climatic factors, then you have to write down definition and just you have to make the list of the vectors. I am just making list in front of you. First factor is latitudes. On earth there are imaginary lines made is called latitudes. Generally sun rays are fall on these latitudes. On the basis of latitudes we can see the seasons are changing. So the latitudes. Second, distance from area. If you are near the distance of area, the moisture will be average, and due to the moisture temperature will not go down more and will not go high. So the distance from the sea for the land place is making decision about the seasons. So this is the second factor. The third factor is altitude. Altitude means height. Height decides air pressure, height decides temperature, everything is decided on that basis. Height decides the winds flowing, right? Everything is decided. So the height or altitude. And the fourth one is atmospheric pressure and winds. Generally these winds are called trade winds because these winds are bearing moisture. So they are moisture bearing winds, right? So they are trade winds, and trade winds creating sometime pressure, releasing pressure, increasing pressure, and creating change in the climate. So the fourth factor is atmospheric pressure. So now you understand in a total four factors: latitudes, distance from sea, altitude or height, and atmospheric pressure and wind. So here I have discussed the list of factors affecting to climate, and also I stated elements of climate as the climatic factors, right? So climatic factors and which are they, both I have discussed with you. Is that clear, my friends? Okay, let's start. The first point is latitude. See, climatic type on surface of earth changes according to latitude of the place. So latitudes are creating distance of earth from sun. Generally latitudes are being measured in 30 degree. Longitudes are also measured in 30 degree, distance between two latitudes. And if we understand in the kilometers, between two latitudes the distance will be 111 kilometers as the geographical consideration I am talking. So the sun rays, is it fall vertically? Usually every sun rays are falling on the earth vertically, slanting both way. But in equatorial region, it create hot situation. Equatorial region means in the region where the equator located, in that area if the constant sun rays fall, it creates hot atmosphere. India is divided in two zones, torrid zone and temperate zone. In torrid zone, temperature is almostly average, because no more temperature high, no more temperature down. South India is coming under torrid zone and North India is coming under temperate zone. So always most higher temperature in Sri Ganganagar comes in north of the Tropic of Cancer. It is a temperate zone, and lowest temperature in Leh, it is in the absolutely north of India, so it is also there. So in that way, in temperate zone, either temperature will go high, either temperature will come down. Both are possible, right my friends? So in that way, in India, we can see latitude creates impact over Indian climatic situation, right? So you have to understand this. Okay friend, I was talking about latitude. Now the second point comes, distance from sea. So you understand that if the region is near the sea, then capacity to absorb moisture is more in water and land. So in that situation, sometimes water and land both absorb moisture and solar heat from atmosphere. In that situation, not temperature go high, not temperature go down. In coastal region, we experience temperate climate. The climate becomes continental in interior places, means the places which are away from the coastal area. So the climatic condition of the Mumbai is average, and climatic condition of Delhi is almostly different from Mumbai, because Mumbai is the coastal area. Even Nagpur in the same state of Maharashtra, where the Mumbai is capital, in Nagpur also it is away from the sea, so the climatic condition will be different compared to Delhi. So remember, if the region is near the sea coast, then the temperature will be average, and if is in distance from sea coast, the temperature will be most higher or low. Both is possible, right? The third point is coming altitude. So as we go higher in temperature from sea level, so what will happen? The situation of the temperature, air and moisture will be different from plinthing area. As you are at the higher place, you will get more rain. As you are at the lower place in plain region, you will receive sometime less rainfall. At the highest peak of Himalaya, we can realize snowfall. But in a plain region, the Ganga plain, we will experience rainfall. As come down to the earth, the moisture will reduce their cooling and temperature will convert snow into the water and bring rain to us. So usually remember, at the higher peak of the Himalaya you will find snowfall, and in the plain region you will find rainfall. This is a difference. If we think about Meghalaya, in Meghalaya we experience more rainfall. Generally, the air temperature decreases 1 degree centigrade at the height of 165 meter, 6.5 degree at the surface of 1000 meter. So as the time change, the climate change, the atmosphere change, the temperature is realized different from one season to another season, as well as at the height where you are decides your temperature. So at the 165 meter height, you experience temperature decreases low. But at the more higher level, you experience that temperature decreases very fast. 6.5 degree temperature decrease means what? And 1.51 degree means the decrease of temperature is less. This is the difference. We have to understand, right? Okay. Next point is atmospheric pressure and winds. See, India falls in north east trade winds region. Northeast trade wind region means the winds flowing in India from northeast of India. In that situation, the winds originate due to tropical high pressure belt in northern hemisphere. So northern hemisphere is having not enough water, so the winds are coming inside to India are dry. These winds deflect due to Coriolis forces and blow towards equator. So from north it enters to India and move towards the south of India, from which we find equator nearer. India's south at 8.5 degree, India's north is at 38 degree, 37 degree, sorry. So it means, you understand, from south the equator is near and from north equator is far. So it is moving towards north to south. So it brings atmospheric pressure. Sometime wind utilize to collect moisture from ocean and converting in oceanic trade winds. So in that situation, these trade winds blow over landmass, move toward ocean. When it blows from landmass to ocean, it has less moisture. When it comes near the oceanic land, oceanic area, it absorbs the enough moisture from it, which brings in south of India time to time rainfall. Sometime almostly in South India in winter realized rain, and usually in the rainy season. So South India bring rainfall twice. Remember. So remember that when the winds are blowing towards north to south in Himalaya, it is developing high pressure, cold and dry winds from this region blow towards the oceanic area. Low pressure is created. So remember, this situation brings simple winter in the north realized excessive, and when it entered to the south brings low pressure creating rain. In north it is a dry, in south it brings rain. So during the summer, due to the low pressure of winds, here the temperature will not go high because here the coastal area is realized. I am talking about the south. The coastal area is realizing enough atmospheric pressure. So in high pressure over Indian Ocean or low pressure in North India, these winds are become south-west monsoon winds. So when to bring rain in India, it blow from southwest of India, means south and western winds are entering to India, which brings rain in most of the India in monsoon season. So in India, northeast winds are coming in winter, so it brings cold, and southwest winds are coming with moisture, so it brings rain in India. So now you understand the direction of winds decides our particular season, and India is the only one country in the world which experience three different seasons. Very well, we experience three different seasons. First is winter, second is summer, third is monsoon. In simple manner, in a general manner I am talking, I am not talking in the geographical aspect, but in a general manner we experience absolutely separate monsoon season, which is not possible with other countries. So if we talk about phenomena which we experience in India, phenomena like jet stream, second western disturbances, third El Nino, and fourth ITCZ, these four phenomena are affecting to Indian weather at the greater extent. So the monsoonal characteristics of India affect climatic situation of India very well. Remember, these all situations create our different season cycle also. Right, my friends? So if I want to, here I have discussed with you about factors affecting to climate. Now I am moving towards season of India. See, in India, usually we realizing three seasons in a general manner: winter, summer, and rainy season. We all say to that. But if we understand the seasons in a different manner in the geographical aspect. There are four seasons: cold, hot, rainy, and retreating season. Cold season is coming in winter during December to February. Hot season coming in India in summer during March to May. Rainy season coming in India during June to September, which is said to be advancing monsoon season, and retreating monsoon season comes in India during October and November. So, Meteorological Department of India has divided these four seasons. This department is located at Delhi, and they are working for understanding the season changes in India. So, now the question comes, what's the meaning of season? Every 2 month duration in which the weather of Indian continent remain almostly same, it is said to be season. I repeat, the 2 months duration of weather remain almostly same in India is called season. As per the tradition, there are 6 seasons. See, I am talking about traditional concept of Indian thoughts. Hemant, Shishir, Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, and Sharad. So, in our thinking by Diwali, it starts to be Sharad is the last and Hemant is the first, which starts by October and ended by September, or almostly end of 15th of October to 14th of October is the year in distribution of sequence. So in that way we have 6 noticeable differences, and according to that we realize different seasons in India. So remember, our some months are also divided in that. Hemant is divided in our Indian Hindu calendar, Kartik and Margashish. Shishir is divided in 2 months, Posh and Maha, which comes in December and January. Vasant is coming in February and March. According to Hindu calendar, it is Fagun and Chaitra. Grishma is the excessive heated area time, which comes in April and May. In our Indian Hindu calendar, it is Vaishak and Jyeshtha. Thereafter, in June and July, the Varsha is coming. Usually we experience rain mostly in this period. At that time, Ashadha and Shravan month comes. So in India, usually Ashadha, Shravan, the last is a Sharad. Sharad is coming in the Bhadrapad and Aso month. In our routine calendar, it is August and September month. So in that way you understand, it is a period of rainy season. 4 months to season. Ashadha, Shravana, Bhadrapada, Aso is a combination of Varsha and Sharad, which ended our Hindu calendar, and the new month starts by the Kartik. So here you understand very well that in India season is divided in 6 parts, According to meteorological department, season is divided in four, and in a routine manner, as the people understand, season is divided in three: winter, summer and monsoon. Meteorological department has divided seasons in four: cold, hot, rainy and retreating season. And our Hindu calendar has divided the season in six: Hemant, Shishir, Vasant, Grishma, Varsha and Sharad. So here I have tried to explain the Indian seasons classification as by Indian and the general calendar. Right, my friends?